Coming into your comfortable seat, however you feel comfortable. Really grounding down through your sit bones, feeling every part of your body that is in contact with the earth. And just taking a soft gaze out in front, or gently closing the eyes down. Relaxing in, relax the shoulders, allow the arms to feel heavy. Hands can be on the thighs or the knees, palms facing down or face up, depending on how your energy feels. Relax the jaw, soften the skin on the face. And just begin to notice your breath. Notice your inhale and your exhale. And as you begin to deepen your breath, allowing your belly to expand, and then soften as you exhale. Deepening the breath, feeling grounded. Just dropping your awareness down into your body, allowing it to sink down, 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 down into those parts that are in contact with the earth. And just taking your awareness to those parts of your body. Nice deep inhale, expanding out into those areas of tension. And then exhaling, drawing the belly in, softening through, releasing the tension out of the body. And this is where we think about reconnecting with those parts of ourselves that may be lost or we've tucked away somewhere. Rediscovering those parts of us, things that bring us joy, things that bring in light and love to our lives. Maybe reconnecting those parts of you, your intuition, your instinct, or maybe just cracking open your heart just a little more. Maybe speaking your truth. Just take whatever lands with you this evening. And you may like to choose a word to carry you through the practice and the next few days. Maybe an intention or an affirmation around reconnection, rediscovery. Giving yourself this time just for you. And keeping the eyes closed, we'll just gently tuck the chin down towards the chest. And you can gently open the eyes or keep them closed as we lift the head, take the nose up towards the ceiling. Relaxing the shoulders, just opening up through the throat, through the front of the body. And then gently tuck the chin once more down towards the chest. And then lifting the head up, bring the head back to center. We'll just gently lean the head over towards the left ear, down towards the shoulder. And then head back through center, right ear, down towards the shoulder. Nice and heavy in the shoulders here. Bring the head back to center. And we'll come into some shoulder rolls as we inhale, lift up, exhale down. Inhale up, exhale down. Inhaling up, exhale down. Twice more, inhale up, exhale down. Last time, inhale up, exhale down. And then we'll bring the shoulders forward, squeeze the shoulder blades together, inhale, lift up, round through the front. Using your breath, inhaling up, exhaling down. Keep going, work with your breath at your pace. Twice more. And last time, inhale up, squeeze, exhale down, and then we'll just do that one shoulder roll back. Beautiful. Have a little movement through the shoulders, through the neck. And then we'll float the arms up, reaching them up. Take the gaze up, wiggle the fingers, circle the wrists one way and the other. And then we'll drop the left hand to the mat, reach the right arm up and over, coming into our seated side bend. Keep a lot of space between the arm and the ear here, and just feel that stretch through the right side of the body. And then you may like to round through, maybe coming forward, and then reaching back up. And we'll take an inhale, float the arms up. Gaze up, wiggle the fingers, circle the wrists. And then we'll drop the right hand, reach up the left arm, up and over, side bend. Keep the breath nice and even. And then maybe round through, sweeping down, and all the way back up. Beautiful. Keep the movement nice, soft and flowing. And then we'll float the arms up, reaching up. And then just allow them to come down by the side. Just have any little bit of movement that feels good for your body. And then we're going to come into Siddhasana. So we're going to bring our left heel in first towards the pelvis, and then the right foot out in front. So you can sit up on a block here if that feels good for you, or a book or a cushion or a rolled up blanket. And that just helps just to open up through the hips just a little more, so you can like just feel into that. So we'll float the arms up. And then we're going to hinge forward, staying nice and long through the spine, bringing the fingertips down in front, maybe walking the hands out, coming onto the palms of the hands. And if you feel like you can go a little deeper, you can walk the hands out, come down onto the forearms. Just snuggle into whatever feels good for you, maybe drawing the forehead down. Keep the breath anchoring you. And then come up just a little, and we're going to walk the hands out towards the left. And you should feel this nice stretch out in the right hip here. And then gently walk the hands back through center, and we'll go over to the right. Keep it nice and soft, don't push, don't force. And then walking the hands back through center, bring yourself all the way back up. And then we're going to switch those heels over, bring the right heel in, and then the left foot comes out in front. So it always feels different on the other side. All right, so just settle in, sink in a little deeper, just allow the knees to fall out. And then we'll float the arms up. And then we're hinging forward, nice length through the spine to begin with. Just bring the hands down in front. And then maybe you can just sink a little deeper out in front. Gaze down, keep the neck nice and soft. Maybe come on to the palms of the hands. Maybe come down onto forearms. Maybe bringing the forehead down towards the earth. Feeling that beautiful stretch out in the hips. Take a nice breath in and out. And then coming back up onto the palms of the hands, walking out towards the right this time first. Feeling that stretch out in the left hip. And then gently walking through center, over to the left. Beautiful. And then we're going to lift back through center. Nice and slow. Lifting up. And then take your bottom off of anything that you may have sat on. We're just going to bring the legs out in front. Lean onto the hands. Fingertips can be forward or back. And we're just going to tap out the legs here. Tap out the knees. Tap out the legs. Point the toes. Flex the toes. Beautiful. And then we're going to come round into a tabletop, where we're just going to come into a few rounds of cat-cow and some instinctive movement for our bodies. So finding our tabletop position, knees underneath hips and wrists underneath shoulders. And then shining those elbow creases forward. We'll drop the belly, lift up the bottom, lift up the chest, take an inhale. And then exhale, tuck the chin round through the spine, scoop the tailbone under. Inhaling, lifting up. Exhale, rounding through. Inhale, lift up, really make the bottom big, send those sit bones up to the sky. Exhale, round through. And then continue at your pace, using your breath to guide you. Keep it nice and slow, mindful movement. And if you want to bring in circles with the hips, using the breath at this point, then you can absolutely do that. Just keep it nice and slow. Just take that movement into the hips, bumping them out to one side, making a circle over to the other side, and then reversing that circle. And you can close the eyes down here and just really feel into these movements. Feeling into those corners, those pockets where you need to make some movement, moving that stagnant energy around. Like little air pockets that you just need to make some movement into, just to move it around. And then we're going to walk our hands slightly further forward. We'll bring our big toes together, make the knees nice and wide, as if we are coming into extended child's pose. But we're just going to take the sit bones down towards the heels, allow the forearms to drop down. And then carve a line with the nose along the mat. Press into the hands. And we're just going to lift up, coming into a little mini back bend. And then exhaling, arching through, bringing the sit bones back down, dropping the forearms, carving a line with the nose. And you can keep in this straight line here, or again, you can start to make circles with the hips coming down, lifting back up. So this is opening up into the shoulders and the hips here. And you can close the eyes down and just make any movement that feels good for your body. And then when you feel like you've moved enough, You can come into extended child's pose. Taking those sit bones towards the heels, reaching the arms forward and melting the heart and the forehead down towards the mat. Breathing into the back of the body. Just going inward for a moment. Thinking about that reconnection, rediscovering, reconnecting with you. What parts of you would you like to go and rediscover? What parts of you would you like to reconnect with? And then when you're ready, just gently lifting your head, press into the hands, coming back up, walk the knees underneath the hip points. Take the hands a little bit further out in front from tabletop. We'll curl the toes, take an inhale, and we're going to lift up into our first downward dog. Pedaling out the legs, giving the head a shake, and drawing the shoulders away from the ears. And just really feel into the legs, into the hips. Nice deep breath in, long breath out. And take a generous bend into the knees and draw the belly towards the top of the thighs, sending your bottom up nice and high. Beautiful, yes. Feeling that length in your spine. And then we'll take our gaze towards the top of the mat and make your way to the top, where I'll meet you in a standing forward bend. Folding in, relaxing the arms, maybe taking elbows into hands and having a little sway from side to side, really relaxing the head down. Release the arms, tuck the chin, and we'll gently roll all the way up to standing into mountain, rolling the shoulders back. Feeling into all four corners of the feet. Lifting the toes, really placing the feet on our mats. And then we'll walk the feet together, arch to arch. And we're just going to come into some standing twists. So take your hands to the heart center. And we're going to take an inhale. And on an exhale, we're opening up, bending the knees, opening up to the right. Inhale, come back in. Exhale, open up to the left. Inhale in. Open up to the right. Inhale in. Open up to the left. Back in. Once more on each side. Exhale, open up to the right. Inhale in. One more time, out to the left. Inhale in. Beautiful. Just take a moment here. Gently close the eyes down. Just notice how you feel. And then we'll gently release the hands. We'll take a nice big inhale, lift up. Hands come together, we'll take it all the way down. We're hinging forward, folding in over the legs, forward bend. Take an inhale to a half lift, nice flat back. Exhale, fold in, hands to the mat, and step back into a downward dog. And we'll anchor through the left heel. And lift up that right leg. Keep it straight, 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 lifting up into three-legged dog. And then we'll step that right foot forward into our lunge. Stay nice and high as we inhale, lift up into crescent lunge. Take a breath. And we'll keep the right arm up. No, we're going to keep the left arm up and we're going to reach the right arm around to the back of the left leg, coming into a twist. So left arm is up, right hand is touching the back of the left thigh. Take a breath, gaze over towards the right. And then we'll float that right arm back up. Sorry guys, take the gaze up. And then we'll exhale, hands to the mat, left hand stays on the mat, lift up the right arm into a twist. Exhale, hands to the mat, and we'll step back into downward dog. We'll roll forward into plank. Nice strong plank. And then we'll lower all the way down to the belly. Walk the hands off of the mat at shoulder height, come up onto fingertips. Forehead comes to the mat as we inhale, peel up into a king cobra. Exhale back down, twice more. Inhale, lift up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Hands back underneath the shoulders, curl the toes, push up into plank, into downward dog. Anchor through the right heel. Lift up the left leg into three-legged dog and step forward into our lunge. Stay nice and high. Hug the midline. Inhale, lift up. Crescent lunge. Take a breath. Keep the right arm up and twist round. Left hand comes to the back of the right leg. Relax the jaw. Work with your breath. And then we'll float that left arm back up. Gaze up. Exhale, hands to the mat. Right hand comes to the mat, left arm lifts up into a twist. Exhale, hand to the mat, and we'll rock forward into a standing forward bend. Inhale to a half lift. Exhale, fold in. And then take a big inhale all the way back up to mountain. Exhale, hands to heart. Beautiful. Just take a moment here. Notice how you feel. And then we're going to take a step back into the center of our mat and open up into a nice wide stance. And we'll point the toes towards those corners of the mat. And then we're going to bend the knees, sinking down. Bring the arms out at shoulder height. Bend into the arms, coming into goddess. Lovely. Sink a little deeper on your exhale. Lift up your right heel, drop it down. Lift up your left heel and down. Right heel, left heel. Right heel, left heel. Maybe both. Sink a little deeper. One more breath. And then straighten through the legs. Coming back up, reach the arms up, come into star. Nice deep breath in, long breath out. And then we'll come into Skandasana, that nice half squat. So you can stay nice and high, or you can bring yourself all the way down, straightening through the leg. And then as you take an inhale, you're coming up and over. Maybe flexing the foot, maybe pointing it. Feeling that nice stretch out, and then inhale, come up and over. Back over to the right. Last time. And then gently press yourself all the way back up, coming into star, taking up space. Maybe closing the eyes down here just for a moment. And then drop the arms and heel toe the feet back together. Have a little wiggle, have a little shake out if you need to. And then we're going to make our way back to the top of our mats. And we'll step back with our right foot into a lunge. And we're going to pivot on that right foot and open up in to warrior two. So back foot, back arches in line with the back of the mat. Left toes are pointing forward. Arms out at shoulder height. Gaze forward. Turn the palms up, straighten through the leg, take an inhale, lift the arms up. Exhale down, warrior two. Inhale up, arms up, they meet, straighten through the leg. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale up. Exhale down. Strong warrior. Release the arms down. We're going to twizzle on that back foot and then step forward, back to mountain. Take a breath before stepping back with our left foot into a lunge. We'll pivot on that back foot, opening up into warrior two. So the front heel should be about in line in the middle of the back arch of the foot. Right toes pointing forward, sink in. And if you find yourself coming a little bit forward here, recenter yourself so your shoulders, your torso should all be in line with your center. Arms out at shoulder height. Gaze towards the right fingertips. And then we'll turn the palms up, take an inhale, straighten through the leg, lift up. Inhale. Exhale, open out into warrior two. Inhale up. Exhale down. Once more. Inhale up. Exhale down. Gaze towards the right fingertips, nice and strong. Release the arms, twizzle on that back foot, and then we're going to step forward into mountain. Take a nice big inhale, lift up, and then we'll come down into a forward bend, holding in, take our hands to the mat and we'll step back into a downward dog. Walk the feet nice and wide, toes pointing out as they come to the outer edge of the mat. Start to bend into the knees, walk the hands back towards the feet, drop the pelvis down behind the heels, come down into a squat. Find length in your spine here. Your heels do not need to come to the mat. You can just be in a nice little froggy position. Or you can lift your heels and find something just to prop underneath your heels. So they just get a little lifted here. And then you can still find length in your spine. Nice deep breath in and out. Gently release the hands and then gracefully come through onto your bottoms. And then shuffle your way into the center of your mat. Keep the knees bent here and take the hands behind the thighs. Find length in your spine. And we're just going to lift up that right leg, shin parallel to the ceiling, lower it down, left leg up and down, right leg up, lean back a little, engage the core, lift the left leg up. Coming into a little half boat here, you might like to release your right arm, left, deep breath in, maybe taking the hands over to the left, through center, over to the right, back over to the left, and over to the right, back to center. And we're here for 3, 2, 1. Give yourself a hug. And then we'll bring the soles of our feet together, coming into butterfly. So maybe your hands find your shins, your ankles, or they interlace underneath your feet. But find length in your spine. And then you may like to come forward slightly. Stay nice and tall through the spine. You can tuck the chin, but try not to round through the back. Maybe dropping the elbows out in front of the shins. And then gently coming back up. Release the hands. Draw the knees back in together. Send the legs out in front. Really shuffle, make sure you're in the center of your mat as we point our toes, interlace the hands, come into that steeple grip, and then we're going to lower all the way down onto our backs. Taking a full body stretch, reaching the arms up and over. Hug the knees in. Have a little rock from side to side. You may like to take a happy baby here. Have a little rock. Do whatever feels instinctive for your body just before we come into our supine twist. You may like to just find a little reclined butterfly, soles of the feet come together. Just take a breath there. Before bringing the soles of the feet to the mat. Legs are bent, and we're going to take our pelvis, our bottom, over towards the right. We're going to take the right leg, cross it over the left leg, and then we'll take that shape all the way and allow it to drop towards the earth to the left. So left hand comes to the top of the right leg, right arm out at shoulder height, gaze over towards the right. You can uncross the legs here if that feels a little strong for you today. And then we'll gently come back to center. Uncross the legs, bring the pelvis back into the center, Both soles of the feet find the floor. Have a little rebound moment before taking the bottom pelvis over to the left, crossing the left leg over the right, and then taking that shape over towards the right. Right hand comes on top of the left leg, left arm comes out at shoulder height. Gaze over towards the left. And then gently release, bringing yourself all the way back to center, uncross the legs, bring your bottom back into center. Take any instinctive movement that feels good for your body here. And then make your way into Shavasana. Allowing your body to relax, rest and restore. And for it to integrate the practice. For that energy to settle within us. Moving stagnant energy around the body and creating space for fresh, invigorated energy in. Just allow your body to begin to relax. Allow it to feel heavy. Closing your eyes down. Just allowing your breath to be your anchor if your mind wanders. And relaxing through the soles of your feet and each toe. Relaxing the ankles and allowing the legs to feel heavy. You begin to rest. Relaxing the hips and allowing the torso to feel heavy. Softening the shoulders and allowing the arms to feel heavy. Softening through the palms of the hands and each finger and thumb. Softening the neck and allowing the head to feel heavy. You are resting. And allowing the whole of the front of your body to melt into the back of your body as you release it to the earth. Just allowing this time to come back to you. Reconnecting those parts of you, interweaving those threads, reconnecting. Rest and allow the magic to happen. And I'll leave you for a few moments of silence and I'll call you back shortly. And gently coming back to your breath, taking a deeper inhale and a longer exhale. Rocking your head from side to side and bringing some movement back to your fingers and toes. Circling your wrists and your ankles and bringing some movement back to your arms and your legs. Taking a full body stretch, reaching the arms up and over. And then gently, slowly and lovingly make your way back up into a comfortable seat. Just take a soft gaze when you arrive there. And we'll gently drop our hands by the side of our body. And we'll take a nice inhale together, sealing in the energy from the practice. Inhale, bring the palms together. Exhale, draw the hands down towards the heart center. Bow our heads to our hearts and to each other. And just give thanks for sharing our beautiful energy, light and magic throughout today's practice. Thank you. Thank you, ladies. I'll just stop recording.